How's everybody doing? We're good? Welcome to Possible Miami. Welcome to the GroupBlack Culture Unleashed stage, and ultimately, welcome to my hometown. I was born and raised here, love this city, so having you all hang out is really awesome. First off, we have so much exciting news this week. We started out with a really important announcement this morning for GroupBlack. GroupBlack is excited to announce that we acquired Galore Media, Inc. this morning. And to me, this is incredibly important because Galore is like the Gen Z's Vogue for Black, Brown, and LGBTQ+. They are not what's now, they're what's next. And the team there has done an incredible job cultivating some of the most iconic individuals in the culture, ranging from Bad Bunny's first cover in the United States, Lele Pons, who's our cover girl for this month, will be coming up here, Zendaya, Kelly Rowland, who was last week. So many people who have so much influence in the culture today, they have been at the cutting edge of that. And so we're so excited to welcome them to the GroupBlack family. We are going to be supercharging all of the things that they do and ultimately building the Galore community as this year goes on. But not only that, we have a lot of exciting announcements this week. Please join us for amazing conversations all week. We will be here. We also have our event tonight, which you guys should all attend, which will be amazing. So let's get it started. So I would like to bring to the stage, as we get going, Prince, who's a co-founder and editor-in-chief of Galore, and Lele Pons, who's a social media icon, actress, performer, everything else. She has an audience of over 50 million around the world, and so really excited to welcome to the stage. Let's give them a round of applause.
My emotional support dog. Hi guys, how are you?
Hello.
He's my emotional support dog. He's like, he's been around lights and people since YouTube.
Yes. Good morning, guys. How are you? I'm Prince, editor-in-chief of Galore, and you're here with the lovely Lele Pons and Toby.
How are you guys? And Toby.
So we will kick this off. Super excited. I know we just had our cover launch, which we're so excited for today. That just came out.
Thank you. Do you hear me? Yeah, right?
Okay. Can you guys hear us?
Hello? Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So we're super excited that launched today, and got some fun questions for you to kind of get things kicked off. So Lele, can you talk to us about your journey to becoming a content creator?
Yes. My journey. Well, it's so crazy because like my journey started a little different. It started when there was no such thing as a content creator. There was no name for it yet. Like influencer wasn't a thing. YouTubers, yes, but influencer content creator, not yet. So I started when there was, I guess, there was no rule book. There's never a rule book, but there's no like someone that you can see and follow. So it was very authentic, the people that I met were just having so much fun. And I think that's what made me want to do it, because Vine was one of the first apps to help pioneer and help push the limits when it came to content creation.
Yeah, no, I was following you like since Vine, and I was like, your videos are so wild. So it's just exciting to see it like come full circle to where it is now.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
really cool. So what does it mean for you to be such an influential force in the Latin community?
I think that for me, I'm very lucky because I'm with a really good group. It's not just me. I think that there's so many people that I admire in the Latin space. It's like a whole community, and it's like getting into a club or like getting into like, you know. So I feel very lucky. I have a huge responsibility because you want to push other people. You want to break barriers. You want to make a name for yourself so others can follow your lead.
I love that. And I think that's the one thing I love about like Latinx creators is like you guys are always like collaborating.
We love
when it comes to music, when it comes to content, and I think that's like so like refreshing to see like everyone kind of bonding together to like help one another. Sick.
Thank you.
Your content has grown and evolved with the industry, but you've still remained steadfast in comedy. What like kind of drew you into that comedic like realm?
Comedy?
Yeah.
I think, comedy in some way is a coping mechanism for like depression, or when you're just awkward and you use comedy to to as a distraction almost,
Yeah.
It's like a therapy. I think comedy for me is therapy.
Absolutely.
Something kind of bad happens to you, you make the best out of it. You make it into something positive and funny, so.
I love that.
Friend zoned and stuff.
I love that. I love that. What's been like your most like wildest, insane kind of like comedic video that you feel like
Insane.
just like the most insane, wildest thing that like you've done?
The most insane things that I've done, I mean, I used to do a lot of stunts. I used to love doing stunts and pranks in the beginning of my career. So I think every single stunt was kind of crazy.
Yeah. And I know you just told me about going to Costa Rica, and you did like crazy kind of adventure stuff there. Like how was that, and like how did all that kind of like play into what you're gonna make for some upcoming content that we might see?
I mean, I love physical comedy because in my case, what I like to do is I want to be universal. And when it comes to physical comedy, you can be anywhere in the world. You don't have to talk to understand, because it's so physical that you can talk in any language and you understand it. That's why I think that I like my biggest audience. It's so weird. It's Indian. That's
wow.
my big,
okay.
Yeah, it's my biggest audience is Indian, then United States, then Mexico, Brazil, and then other places, and that's it. And that's just 12%. So the rest of the world, is like, then the rest of the world.
Yeah, I love that.
But it's because I guess like you don't really talk, so it's like I love Lucy. Or,
yeah.
And I love that type of humor.
I love it. I love that physical kind of humor moment. It's fun. So you've also pivoted into a career in music. What kind of drew you to create in that way, and how has that content creation helped you in like your musical like artistic journey?
So my music, you mean?
Yes.
Like why did I start, or?
Yeah, like what kind of got you into making that type of content?
What kind of got me to making music was I did a lyric video to Downtown by Anita and J Balvin. That's how I became close to one of my best friends right now, Anita. And they wanted me to help out with the release of Downtown. I loved doing music videos back then, like dance videos for artists. Yeah. So I started there, and it did really, really, really well. And people were like, I think you should do it too. I think you should try it, because I loved directing. My favorite thing to do is directing and editing and VFX. And I directed that video and did it, and then I was like, but imagine I could be able to also do my songs, because I always loved singing. However, it was never my main priority, but it's another way of entertainment and creativity and art. So I did it because I was asked first. I hadn't done it yet because I was a little like, I don't know if it's gonna do good, but I was asked to do a song with Matt Hunter, which was called Decent, which I was just a feature, and it did really good. And then you start seeing fans and people being like, you should try. And then I did Celoso. And Celoso went to the charts, and I was just like,
song.
What? Okay.
Wild.
And then I did other songs, and then I did Set the Nota, which also led me to meeting my husband today. So all that stuff, it's been a really beautiful journey. However, I think that when it comes to music, it has to be your number one priority. There's so much respect to the people who do music. And I have to give it to them. It's a big deal, and it's hard. It's very hard. And I feel like I have treated like music, I love music, but I've treated it more like something that I love to do, a hobby, something that makes me calm and happy, and almost not as a job.
Right.
I see more of myself as a job, entertaining and directing, and do it like mostly an entertainer and creating content and creating anything. Could be anything. So I think that I'm overall, I don't know what I would say I am. I'm just an entertainer.
Yes.
A creator.
A super multi-hyphenate like creator.
Yeah.
But that's cool. Would you ever like get back behind the camera to direct another like music video for another artist? Maybe.
I think that's my goal.
Would you ever direct it for your husband? Because he's
love,
always dropping some fire like tracks. Okay, I love that. Now let's talk about your audience. How have you been able to cultivate such like a global kind of reach of everyone that kind of follows you? Like
how?
Yes.
I think by not talking so much on my videos. Yeah. think that like you can understand if you're a baby. You know, there's so many kids that come up to me and be like, "I love your video." And I was like, "Which one did you see?" Though? You know, YouTube video was a different thing. I used to talk on them, but mostly like Vines and TikTok and everything. It's a one taker because the attention span of people is not that long unless it's like a drama or gossip or rumors. You see the whole video. You want to know what's going on. But if it's a comedy video, you want to see at latest like maybe 1 minute less. 30 seconds, even like 13 seconds, because you know there's many. Today there's many videos, and for you to stop, you gotta have a beginning, middle, and end. You gotta catch the eye right there. So I think all my videos are 13 seconds, very fast. So I think that's why.
Okay, cool. What's been like your most like kind of viral like TikTok video, and how do you see like TikTok Reels and kind of like what like you were doing on YouTube all kind of change or like different or?
I think you know I think sometimes it's crazy because it's not so much about the viral video, because there's some viral videos that have a lot of views but not so many shares, and there's some that have many shares and not so many likes, but there's the ones that have the most likes but not so many views. So I think I would say my most viral views ever has been my music video with Waina, Se Te Nota. But for Instagram and everything, it was a whole movement, my wedding videos.
Oh, yeah.
those were the most viewed. But when it comes to comedy, I guess anything that I do with Hannah, my best friend.
With you and Hannah, it's wild. You guys do like the most insane videos.
Yeah, Hannah, there was one video that I did with Anita, which is I think my most viewed reel, which is I'm just skiing with her in a towel.
Oh, yeah.
In Aspen. And that one. I just love to do stuff like that.
I love it. Exciting. Okay, Galore's audience taps into people of all different backgrounds and identities. What does it mean to have such a diverse kind of like audience? Like you were saying that like you have an audience in India, you have an audience in Brazil, you have an audience in, you know, kind of like all over. How are you kind of tapping into like content that kind of reflects in each of those like kind of markets, or do you not?
No, it's very important because every single country has its own culture, and don't go there and not know anything. That's so important. You got to collab with those people that are there. You know, if you want to go to Brazil, you collab with them. If you want to go to India, for example, would love to go to India. I talk to first people that are there, what's going on, like what do I say, what I don't say, you know, you never know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know? Collaboration is so important. You can't just do everything for yourself. It's good to meet people, and that's something I've really loved to do my whole life since I was on Vine. I just collabed and just meet people.
I love it. And you just did Dancing with the Stars, which is like incredible. Like, how was that experience, and how did that kind of help you, I think, even like cross over maybe into like a different audience, a different genre, a different thing, and how was the experience of like dancing like that?
Dancing with the Stars was, I think, the best experience I've ever had in my whole career.
Wow. Okay.
Because it was the first time that I was surrounded, I think, by people that were not doing anything that I was doing. You have Ariana Madix, who's an amazing person, a reality TV star. You have Xochitl Gomez, who is a brilliant actor in Marvel. You have Allison Hannigan, who is an icon.
Yeah.
You have Harry Jowsey, who is another reality TV star. You have Barry. There's Jason Mraz. You know, so it's like all these people that I love to be surrounded with, people that teach me stuff. I want to go to a room and I want to leave that room learning something, you know? And I learned so much. There was also structure, there was discipline because there was a time. And also I hate working out. I have to. I hate it, but dancing for me was just such a simple way of working out without me knowing that also physically I felt great, you know? By the way, I work out, I just don't really love it, but I have to, okay? Because you do have to.
I think that's everyone, right?
I don't know. All my friends love it. They're like, come on, let's go. And I'm like, where?
Yeah, right.
Why?
I love it. So you were on our cover of Galore, our Latino Power issue. We're super excited to have you. Like, what was the experience like working for us for this cover shoot and kind of making it all happen? I know we like transformed into a whole like little moment for this. So
I loved it.
How was the experience?
I loved it. It was so good. I love when everything is just also organized. It was not only organized. It was the outfits were great. They made me look great. That's great.
It was hot, yeah.
It was very flattering. It was elegant. It was edgy. I think it was the first time I did something like that. So I love a change. So thank you.
We love that.
Thank you, Galore.
Thank you, Lele. Toby as
Probably
well.
saw a dog.
So guys, we'll open it up for questions if anybody has questions for Lele. Don't be shy, guys. Come on. I know it's Tuesday morning. No questions, guys? All right. You have one. Okay, go ahead.
I'm wondering how you diversify your content across platforms, or if you just make one video and you're like, I'm going to post it on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, or do you make different content on different platforms?
I think what you do, for example, there's things that work on Instagram and there's things that work in oh, you want to ask the question so they can hear it? Oh.
I was just wondering how you diversify your content for different platforms, or if you do it at all. So if you make different videos for TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, or if you just make the same video and post it across platforms and just see what sticks.
So it's crazy because some videos work on Instagram and some don't, and some work on TikTok and other ones, and it's crazy. I can have a video be 30 and then this one 2, and then this one. It's what you have to do is when you have a scenario or like a whole thing. Let's say I did a video with Hannah and because we're that crazy, and I'm just like, why don't I just go to the airport, tan, or no, sunburned. Okay, cool, I'll do that. And then we did a lot of videos, and we posted some on Instagram, some on TikTok, and some did good and some did bad. So do a couple videos of the same scenario or something, and then you see which one works. And I think that when it comes to Instagram, right now specifically, it's kind of becoming like TikTok, that all of a sudden, the algorithm is different now. In 2 days, it could actually give you 60 million followers, and that didn't happen now. People right now are getting 60 million views, 30 million views, and before it wasn't like that. So I think now it's a little different. Now it actually could work, but before, and I'm saying a year ago, it wasn't like that. I think you just have to post in both and see which one it works.
Are you worried about the TikTok ban at all?
Am I worried about the TikTok ban? Well, the thing is, like, this did happen to me in Vine.
R.I.P.
So that did happen to me on Vine. So I'm used to going somewhere. So, for example, when this stuff happens, hopefully it doesn't happen. You gotta move now, because what happens if it does? Because some of my friends are like, I don't think it's gonna happen. I was like, I know, maybe it won't, but that's what happened in Vine. Many people were like, it's not gonna happen, and then it did. So what you have to do, either what you have to do is you have to see maybe, I don't know, where is it not gonna get banned, for example, Mexico. So why don't you start, I don't know, doing content in Spanish, doing content in other languages, doing different type of content, or content that anybody can see that is not just in the US, let's say that. Or what you can do is just move everything, or try to move everything in Instagram. Do videos on TikTok, amazing ones, and then once in a while be like, hey, follow me on Instagram, follow me on this. You have to migrate people, because you never know, and I don't want to be that type of person that's like, oh, so it's gonna happen, because what if it does, Yeah. So you always have to, you have 6 months in advance, right? Or 5 months in advance. Yeah, you have 5 months. Don't do it because it happened to me.
Yeah, I love it. Good advice. You have a question here?
Hey, good morning. How do you see your interaction with Hispanic and Latino audiences versus your non-Hispanic and Latinos interacting with your content?
Yes. So there's a really big difference. I think Latin artists, Latino audience are very passionate, which is something I love. We all are. They're very passionate. They love a lot of personality, as well with English. And I think the English have known me for so long. They know me so well for the YouTube videos. So they see me as like, oh, a childhood, someone from my childhood. And the Latin market sees me as, let's say, a singer. So they like my music, and then the English likes my YouTube videos. So they differ depending on when you started following me. So I started my career talking English, so that was on Vine, and that was 2016. So from 2016 to 2020, 21, it was just English content almost. So people know me from like, they say, oh, she's like I grew up with her.
Yeah.
And then and then 2020, when I just did the nota and all that stuff, and I moved to Miami because I was getting married and I was with Guayna, I started doing more music, collabing with more of everybody here. So then the Latin community was able to meet me like that. Many also meet me because of my uncle. So they're like, oh, that's just like La Sobrina de Chayanne. I was like, yeah, I guess I can be that too. But I'm not that only. But so they're different. I think they're both passionate. I think that collabing-wise, I love collabing with both.
Yeah.
They're so different. They're so different. When I go to LA, it's a different world. When I go to Mexico, when I come back here, it's different. I feel like Latin people are very much a family, which I love. And when it comes to American, it's just like I stay with my group that I have been when I was since I was young.
I love it. I love it. I think we have another question here.
Congratulations on your longevity and success.
Thank you.
So 2 quick questions. I know you've done CoverGirl and some things with Dolce & Gabbana. First question is, are these brands that really approached you, or did you approach them? And is there any pressure to kind of like alter the direction you're going in?
Yeah.
And the second question real quick is, I know you have a podcast. How's that going and what's resonating with your audience in that podcast?
So when brands or anything comes my way, I have to see if my brand, if I am able to connect with them, because your fans and your audience will know if you're actually bullshitting, and being like, do this or do that. I love Dolce & Gabbana, for example. I'm Italian. My mom is Italian. I'm half-half. And I speak fluently in Italian, and I love Dolce & Gabbana since I was a baby. My grandma is a huge Dolce & Gabbana fan, so that's why I said yes, because I know that when I go and do it, I'm going to give it all my best. And people see that, perdón, ¿quieres irte, amor? I think he wants to go. Ana, ¿me ayudas? Say bye, Toto. It's like I love it because if he leaves and sees me here, he's going to start crying too. So I was like, I'm taking it with me. So I'm going to take him back. Ciao, amor. Dile ciao. Dile ciao.
She's going to take Toby back and come right back.
¿Te lo llevas afuera so he doesn't cry? Sí. Okay. So he doesn't cry. I hate it.
Aww.
It's my only child. Yes. So so that makeup, for example, I did CoverGirl, amazing. I love the product. I remember doing it also my YouTube video with my friends. One of the things I love, I'm not gonna name drop here, but I love like sodas and stuff like like many people would be like, no, I'm more of like I don't like sodas, but I love sodas, and that's something that resonates with me. Oreo, chocolate, I'm not gonna say I would ever do something like salad because I would love to, but it's just I never eat it. So so that's it. People know who you are. And then when it comes to podcasts, I did the podcast that I had. I'm doing other podcasts now, but when I think I stopped like a year or 2 years ago, but it was mostly like I loved it because I was able to kind of help people with mental health, and people were going through something. And that's something I've always loved to do. So I think people were coming to my podcast to talk about their experience and how they're feeling. So it was like I said, everything I think I do is because I really enjoy it, and you can see it. And once I don't, people don't care about it. They don't see it.
I love it. Yeah, another question here.
Thank you. So I work in the music business. I deal with a lot of artists. Content doesn't come so easy to some of them. They're more musician-based, right? What kind of advice can you give to musicians that now have to do content in order to reach bigger audiences?
You have to do it. You have to move with where the world is going. I know you don't want to. Some things I don't want to do, but everything right now, sadly, is becoming technology. Is becoming like the biggest songs right now. Some of them are because of TikTok, because of the promotion of TikTok and everything. So I think that artists, yes, your fans will listen to your songs. But if you want it to become number one or number two, you have to do the marketing strategy, because I have been the person that people have gone to to promote their songs, to promote their stuff. And I know it's very hard, and I think, and it's very hard, but it's the way it has to be. And I know it's very hard, but they will realize it once they start seeing like, man, this person had a really good strategy on TikTok, and look, and he's not even big, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. There could be an artist right now that is not as big as the biggest, right? You know, the biggest, and they will have better, like higher, bigger streams than you. Why? Because something happens on TikTok, something happened on the internet, you know? So, and you don't want to go the route of like, you have to make a scandal to do this, you know what I mean? You want to go the route that you have because it leaves. The scandal leaves, and then you have a bad reputation, and that works with one song, and then we're done. Yeah. You have to do you have to collab with people. You have to go out, do meet and greets. It's hard these days. It's hard, you know why? Because there's so many people releasing songs these days. There's so many people that are going to be more famous, more talented, more outgoing, you know? Mm-hmm. So I think, yeah, you got to do it, yeah.
Cool. Question here.
Okay. Hey, Lele. I wanted to get just your thoughts about the integration of AI in the content creation world, and if you have any thoughts about, and if it helped you in any way be more creative, what your thoughts about it are.
You mean like the fake one, the make fake people, like?
Yeah, like eventually the technology will get really, really good. So I was wondering if you thought eventually content creators will start using it as, like, instead of doing so many videos, you'll have an AI doing it for you, or. Man,
I hope that doesn't happen. We're so lazy. No, no. The thing is, it might happen, you know, depending on you. I mean, but for example, I don't want to do that because I actually love, like for example, with my group of friends, we love to do it. If you just do it for other reasons, because you want to do it for money or fame or popularity, you might want to do that, you know, and it doesn't come naturally to you. Yes, but I can't just go one day and be like, I'm just gonna let someone else do it, but because it doesn't come out the same, kind of, you know? And it's kind of scary. I mean, it's cool, it's good. Technology is crazy. Yeah. But it's scary to me. You don't know you don't know what's real and what's not anymore.
Yeah. There's a lot of deep fakes out there.
Yeah, better get your receipts.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody says you were here that one day, you gotta show.
You gotta show.
You were at home.
Yeah.
That moment.
Exactly. Cool, guys. Well, I think that's it for questions. Lele, I want to say thank you again for doing this talk with us today, being on the cover of Galore, and we're excited to party tonight and celebrate.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you again, and give it up for Lele Pons.
Let's give up.
I still have Coachella in here. No.
I know, we were literally both just there, and we're like, oh,
we're just both in there, yeah.
We're like, Miami, we're here.
No, it wasn't. That's my AI.
Exactly. Cool.
IA, right? AI.
Yeah. I think in Spanish you do the opposite, right? Like IA. I love it. Thank you, guys. Have a beautiful morning, and get ready for the next beautiful talks that we're going to have here. Thank you. Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, guys, as they're leaving, I just want to say one real quick thing. You guys know me. Lele doesn't know this, but I used to run Pepsi, Cadbury, and Oreo, so I could probably help there.
Cool.
Right. But I just wanted to let
Pepsi.
everybody know, thank you for coming. And just so you guys know, this is the only open stage here at Possible. And we did that very specifically because we've invited all of the Miami Art School and the advertising programs that are here so that we could bring a new generation in. So make sure you come back. We have CMO of McDonald's. Or you go on and on and on. We got a lot of programming. But more importantly, I want the new generation to be able to interact with those that are building this industry. So please, please, please come back. And thank you guys for coming this morning. Enjoy.
Bye, guys. Thanks. Cool.